Yeah,
Lisa, can you start the stream?
I'm not sure. iPhone custom. How can I?
Yeah, thank you. Guys, who knows how to start the live stream? Okay. Hi, everyone. In a business, how do you make the impossible possible? The answer is the topic for this Socratic dialogue, corporate finance. Speaking finance is a powerful ability that can decide whether a business can survive or not. It's important for everyone because it acts as a framework to understand the world better. And that is what we'll be seeing today in this Socratic dialogue. So the first team could go ahead with introducing themselves.
Hi, we are Team Drucker Mithai Wala. I am Anaya, joined as a UI designer.
Hi everyone, I'm Arthua and I'm a content writer at DeepThought.
Who else would like to go next?
Aryan, you were not audible. You can go in again.
Okay, yeah. So my name is Aryan. I'm in Team Drucker Mithai Wala and I'm in grade 7.5.
Hi everyone, this is Saurabh. I'm the coach of Team Decom Mithaiwala.
Okay, I guess first the team introduced themselves. Second team, would you like to go ahead?
Hi guys, I'm Yusha from Team Mystery Boots. Okay, this is my mic. Yeah, and I'm a student unicorn at DeepThought.
Hi guys, my name is Divyansh. I'm Team Mystery Boots and I am behavioral data scientist at DeepThought.
Hello everyone, I'm Shrija Guathakuta from Team Mystery Books. I'm a content writer at DeepThought.
Hi everyone, myself Shravan. I'm a leader and a software developer at DeepThought and the coach of Team Mystery Boots.
Okay, thank you for introducing yourself. So we team one.
Go ahead, Lisa. So hi everyone, I'm Samida and I'm a psychologist at DeepThought. I'll be your moderator today.
So I'm Lisa. I'm behavioral data science at DeepThought and I'll be co-mod. Darita.
So which one of the teams would like to take the initiative of going first?
Yeah.
Aryan, please share your screen.
And can we also hear why their name is Drucker Mithai Wala? That's an interesting name.
Of course, yes. Okay, if you would like to start with that, yes.
Yeah. So we actually position ourselves like not just as a mithai shop, but as celebration consultants to the whole region we serve to. So that celebration is always at Mithai Wala. It's quite obvious, but it's like we are indirectly into consulting or helping people in celebrating. So in any case of consulting, the father will always be Peter Drucker. Yeah. You're on me.
Yeah, that was a very interesting reason for a name. So yeah, of course, you guys can go ahead with the pitch.
Sure. Wouldn't the other team like to tell like why they need?
No. We will tell before our presentation.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Let's start with the
history.
Yeah. I'll just go to the first slide. Yes. So we are Team Drucker Mithai Wala, and what we majorly are, we are primarily a mithai shop. in a particular region. And we believe like through the changes we made, we are not just simply a mithai shop, but we have brought technological changes and we help the customers as celebration consultants. Additionally, we try to get the mind share of customers, which means that they think of us quite often. And thus, we position ourselves as a media company through our app so that we can communicate directly to them. So, at the end of the day, our solution will get you lower marketing costs, higher customer loyalty, and thus a financially healthy company. And going to the main pointers, right? So, what was our financial strategy? So, to sum it up, we did organic marketing without the help of traditional ways of how you'd grow a business like Swiggy and all, because of three reasons. First, they take a share of our money, so it would uh, cost to lower our margins. So that's why we are doing it directly. And because it's an internal media, because of that, through an app, so there's no influence of external media like Swiggy, who try to position ourselves differently or force us to change how our price is operated, etc. So, Artha ma'am can continue.
Yes, thank you, Ari. So what were the financial principles we used to achieve this result? We used something called cashbacks for loyalty. So we, in exchange of every purchase from our customer, we are giving them cashback or some percentage of cashback, which is also helping us to develop a dynamic redemption value. That is, our cashbacks, the value of our cashbacks are decreasing with time. That is the percentage they're getting on each purchase, the cashback percentage that is decreasing with time. And also investing in our own communication channel, like Aryan mentioned, we are doing an internal media channel that is helping us decrease the marketing costs. And also we have changed the distribution channel from an offline mithai shop to we have now become the celebration consultant. So not just mithai walas. Yeah, Aryan, next slide. So what were the financial problems we encountered at first to come up with this solution? We saw that we had a incredibly larger CAC. The customer acquisition cost was high because we didn't have any customer retention. And also the average lifetime value of each customer was very low. So one customer was coming in and they were not coming back again. And we also had to put very lower margins and had to were forced to give discounts on certain items because of our lower customer retention. Yeah, Anaya can take it over.
So what real problems we were facing, as there were less customer retention rate, thus we have to avail the discounts to bring them back. And even the consumer who want to celebrate any occasion have to have various resources to celebrate. Ayan, can you please move to the next slide? So our conclusion is that as there are more customers, more revenues generated. As there is high customers are coming, the LTV is increasing, and here we are using organic marketing. As a result, rate of interest is more, and also as we are availing discount and for the customers, our clarity on position is there. Thank you, guys.
Just a clarification, by ROI we mean return on investment.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for clarifying that, Aryan. Team Mystery Boots, you can go ahead with your questions.
Yeah, good presentation. But I'm a little confused about something. So you are a mithai wala shop and you're also a consultancy. You're both things.
We're not actually a consultancy. We're positioning ourselves as a celebration consultant. Why? Because we're not just mithai walas. Through our app, a customer is able to have every element that is needed for a celebration. So you have a lot of celebrations in your home. You would know that mithai is not the only thing. You need flowers, you need cards. So customer is able to get all of that through our app.
And even
I have a follow-up question. May I say? I have a follow-up question regarding that. if you're a celebration consultant, then why is it an offline mode? Why not online? If it was through online, you could have gathered a large audience, a target audience base.
We do have our app is obviously online, and we only have our mithai shops as the offline because we were an offline distribution agency. So we started off as just a mithai shop, but now we have escalated it to an app.
Are there any follow-ups to that question?
Divyansh, would you like to ask them something?
Yeah, so like you are going with the apps and offline store also. That is the thing you are maintaining.
Yeah.
So are you like a chain of shops? Or because if it's just one shop, then how does the delivery work, right? What if the person ordering stuff is like really far away?
I'm sorry, Varsha, are we discussing brand positioning or logistics today, or are we discussing financial strategy today? The three questions were horribly off tangent. Do we learn something called focus? Okay, I have a question. So what prompted you to take this? I mean, from a financial perspective, what prompted you to take this positioning of being a celebration consultant?
I think largely it was the decision in order to retain more customer on the app. So with just mithai, it might not be as much retention as we want.
What is the financial implication of this move?
As we are not able to get the revenue, our capital and our CAC was increasing, so that was the move towards this.
Wait, because you could not generate revenue, your CAC increased. That doesn't make any sense.
Actually, through and because we are also concerning with other types of other tasks in a celebration, so you would think about us more often, and thus our retention has more chances to increase.
What is the financial implication of this? As a business, how am I affected financially due to this?
Yeah. So it increases the lifetime customer value because you're coming more often to.
How does this app make sure people come more often?
Yeah. So because it also helps you to generate gifts, card, etc. for occasions. So it's much more.
But isn't that a deviation from your core business, which is going to increase a lot of other costs for you?
Yeah. So I'm not sure because
is the benefit significant enough? You're going to put a lot of cost in developing this mobile app. You're going to put a lot of cost in understanding how people celebrate to give them good celebration experiences. So your research, you're going to incur a cost. You're going to incur a cost on building the software solution. Are you going to get enough of a return that justifies the investment which is going into research and the software building? And even if you get a return, are you big enough to occupy that much of a market share that you're able to justify that investment you're putting on the research and the software?
Yeah, I would kind of have two perspectives on it. So in the starting, we are just testing, right? So we'll just in the starting go through WhatsApp model. So from that, we'll research and test if it works or not. And if that is clear to us, then not a lot is spent while we are doing app
But
development.
even to do the testing, you're supposed to build a research team, and that's going to involve significant amount of cost, right? Because you're not primarily a SaaS company, you're primarily a mithai shop. Your team does not have competency here. You want to build a team that can build this kind of a solution that itself is going to cost a significant amount of money. So how are you going to get that return out of that money? Isn't that a very risky investment because it's not your core competence? You'll have to hire a CTO. You'll need a research head for this. that CTO salary, research head salary, and this department will need some money to run those experiments. Are you going to be able to recover that cost? Okay, how many branches does your shop have? You said, I mean, what I heard from your story is you operate in a region. So maximum, I'll assume that you'll have 30 shops. 30 shops, and let's say I assume that you're doing about 10 crore of annual revenue, or say 30 crores of annual revenue. So assuming 3 crores of annual profit, and assuming this research team is going to cost you about 50 lakhs of investment per annum. Are you going to get significant amount of revenue boost, which justifies that 50 lakh of investment into this technology?
We might not need that much of an extensive research team. We can approach it as like survey to users.
Who's going to do the survey? The bhaiya who's making jalebis in your shop is going to build the SaaS tool. You would need a basic research team. Your core competence is not in research. Your competence is not in SaaS.
Yeah, actually I disconnected. So to answer that, because we'll kind of keep researching, so we'll put the initial investment which might be higher, but we'll also use it to constantly research and find data about.
Even if you put your investment is on the lower end, you'll have to spend at least 50 lakhs per annum. By spending that 50 lakhs per annum on your CTO, on your research head, on the basic researchers who are going to work with the CTO and so on, you're going to incur about 50 lakhs. So, and assuming that you're getting 30 crores of annual revenue and 3 crores of profit, is that going to, even if you get a 20% extra profit on 3 crore, you're probably doing about 60 lakhs. So investing 50 lakhs and getting 60 lakhs increase in profits, does that justify a 50 lakh investment?
Or we could take like consultants, technology consultants, which.
Whatever you do, it's still going to cost you this kind of money. You're trying to bring some homegrown innovation. You never know if a external consultant can get you that kind of innovation. There's a significant cost going into building this technology. Is your return sizable enough to justify that cost?
Or we could then hire interns to just build the app.
Who's going to train those interns? Who's going to train the interns to do research? With interns, you're going to become a celebration consultant.
Like interns inside the region we are targeting, so that is clear, but for the training,
But who's going to make the framework through which you become a celebration consultant? You'll need smart people, you'll need a team that needs a cost. Even if I bring your 50 lakhs down to 20 lakhs, how are you going to justify that 20 lakhs of investment? Is that going to increase your revenues? Are you going to get a sizable return that you can justify this investment on the research?
But wouldn't the interns not cost? Okay, for the smart.
Okay, simple question. Are you going to start opening a lot of branches to leverage this tool and do more business? Or
That, and we would.
But if you have to open a lot of branches suddenly, how are you prepared internally to handle such an expansion? Do you have the operational wherewithal to handle such an expansion? If you do not have the operational wherewithal, your cost of expansion will be very high.
We might bring in more local shops into the app, so we are not having to open a lot of branches for ourselves.
So then are you moving away from being a mithai wala shop to a SaaS company, which is a SaaS solution provider to other mithai shops across the country?
Yes, I think we do that.
So what is better for your shareholders? That you remain a mithai wala company where you've already been making money over the years, or you become a SaaS company?
Yeah, for the existing shareholders, it might be negative, but we'll try to take
Is it
share.
negative for your existing shareholders? Are you shutting your shops?
No,
Are you decreasing your profits?
Not
Only
really.
increasing your profits, right?
yeah.
And this you're treating as an external investment. So you're increasing your profits for your existing shareholders. And what does it mean if you go pan India and you give your SaaS solution to Mithai shops pan India?
Increasing revenue.
So are you making it better for your shareholders?
Yes.
Is this going to increase the valuation of your company? So what is better, you being a Mithai wala or you being a SaaS company?
Us being a SaaS company along with the Mithai wala.
Which one gets you more scale?
The
SaaS.
SaaS.
So if SaaS gets you that scale, is that better for your shareholders? Then why are you not shutting your existing Mithai wala shops?
I think so that there's less risk, because if our SaaS,
If you're a successful SaaS company, would you then shut down your Mithai shops?
I think we would not entirely shut down, but we'll keep it less priority because we are going
Would
to.
it be a less priority? How would you compete with another SaaS company? What if Google comes up with some solution for something like this? What if IBM comes up with an enterprise solution for the sweet shops across the country? How do you compete with these software companies?
Through using our positioning from the existing Mithai wala shop.
No, forget your marketing. What is your difference on the product end? Was a product brought in by a software company versus product brought in by you guys?
Product brought in by the software company might have better technology, but we are kind of better at mithai and sweets and celebration because that is our genre. So we are not changing that.
So does this narrative does this narrative sell better in the, I mean, would this be your narrative to raise investments initially? There's a so do you have a space for a mithai wala to productize the good processes and thus operate at a larger scale than the scale today? So then the next question is, why are you trying to get the scale through SaaS? Why not get the same scale through mithai wala shops?
Because through SaaS, we're spending much less on marketing and we're not selling out to other apps by registering on them.
No, my question is that same expansion you could have done with 300 branches, 500 branches. No, why are you going into a SaaS instead of opening 300 branches, 500 branches?
Because let's say we get an X amount of customers. So if there are different branches, only those limited will come to them. But so the branch increase might not help to get customers at the same rate. But if it's SaaS, then we will just have one.
Why will SaaS get you customers at a faster pace? Even branches will get you more customers, right?
Yes, because we can like when we market the SaaS product, so it's much. So I think the return on investment is higher.
Why?
Because we market all the mithai wala shops and the customers at once.
So what is the amount of capital you will need to open another 270 shops? You'll have to pay the shop rents. You'll have to invest on the interior. You'll have to produce X number of sweets every day. That inventory is a cost. What will be the cost of taking the SaaS to another 3,000 shops?
Not that much, because
the development cost of your reps going to the shops and convincing the shops. So there as well, you can talk to sweet shop chains and get them to use your technology. Using your network, if you're already a prominent sweet shop, You'll have network of people in your community through whom you can connect with other mithai walas. Would you then be looking for strategic investments from other sweet shop chains into your business? Would you want other large sweet shop chains to invest in your business?
Yes, if once our business grows at a scale.
You want it after a scale, or you want it before the scale that other sweet shops invest in you?
Other sweet shops, yes, but bigger chains might invest after we are at a scale.
What's the fun in them investing you after you're at the scale?
Yeah.
Why would you want investment from that chain of sweet shops? If I own 200 sweet shops across the country, you come to me and show me your technology. I'm a mithai wala, I don't get technology. But you explain me the business. You explain me that you can go to 10,000 shops in the next 5 years. You show me how much my money can grow in investing in you. Will I invest in you? But why should I invest in you? The world doesn't trust you, but I trust you because I know this business really well. Why should I invest in you now? What are you going to give me so that I invest in you now? And you need me more than I need you. So what will you give me?
The SaaS technology that we have.
I'll go and make someone else to make the technology for me. But why should I partner with you? What will you give me so that I invest in you?
We'll also position you in your region and help you.
Position anyone. You'll position anyone if you want business. But why should I invest in you?
Because you're solving your problems, so you have trust.
So what? I'm a businessman. I care for money. I put 1 rupee, I want 100 rupees. If it's highly risky, I put 1 rupee, I want 100 rupees. What are you going to give me?
So also we have the experience in the mithai field, right?
I have more experience than you. I have 200 shops. You have 30 shops.
We'll give you early, not perks, but early money.
You'll give me a discount on the investment?
Yes.
You'll give me for half the price or 1/3 the price the investment? You give me for a low price, will I invest in you then? Will I get a huge return because I can then sell my stock to someone else later? What's in it for you if you give me investment at a low price?
We'll get the early people coming in. So
To get my 200 shops straight. And if I am investing in you, will that help you in getting more sweet shops across the country?
yes.
So then can you get to a scale of 2,000 shops quickly with my investment and my credibility?
Yes. But at the same time, if it's going or under our margin, like less, will pay less than we invest in you.
You understand the difference between how a CFO thinks and a CMO thinks?
Yes.
What do you understand? This was the CEO, CFO talking, right? Or even a CEO has to do this.
Yes.
So team mystery boots, you understand why your questions are horribly misplaced? You're thinking from a financial angle, right? Is that business a viable business? They're incurring a huge amount of investment. Your market has to be sizable enough so that investment makes sense. That's when, what was Artua's point to make the market sizable enough? Sell to other shops, not just open your own shops. So then they thought they'll become a pure SaaS company from here. Is that a bad move, or why would that be a very good move? Why do we see a good opportunity for that? When a lot of software companies can enter the same space.
Because we have already done it. So
you have the domain expertise of being a mithai wala. So you build technology that is more grounded in reality. You build technology with the domain expertise. So now a question is, if you are the CEO of the company, how do you convince, would you then need a kick-ass CFO for this, and would you need a kick-ass CTO for this? Do you understand how to finance a SaaS company? You know how to finance a mithai company, but you don't know how to finance a SaaS company. So you'll need a very good CFO, right? How do you convince a CFO to join your business? Probably it'll be easier to convince a CFO. How do you convince a CFO to join your business? Because you can't pay that CFO the market salary.
It has one motive, that it's already something at the ground level, so you'll be making an impact there, and you'll better understand the ground conditions.
I'm a CFO, man. I can read balance sheets easily. What will you tell me so that I join you? You tell me all these fairy tale stories, I'm not interested, right? Talk finance, that's when a CFO will be interested. What will be your pitch to your CFO?
That it's obviously a hard piece to connect the current SaaS finance to already grounded mithai wala shop.
Pitch,
So
poor pitch.
About who are investing in us?
No. Okay, let's say, I'm sorry, you guys are horribly prepared. Let me put in an angle. Now, if I am your CEO and you're a CFO, let's say Saurav is a CFO. I'll say, Saurav, do you agree that sweet market in India is a massive market?
Yes.
Saurav, do you see the influence of Swiggy and Zomato in the Indian market today?
Yes.
See how unhappy the restaurants are with the growth of Swiggy and Zomato. You see ONDC and other ideas are taking off because there is a huge gap in the market. Sweet market is massive. And you see that there are a lot of players who have 100+ years heritage in the sweet space.
Yes.
Those people are currently struggling of what does technology mean to them. They're struggling to understand how they can use technology to grow. And these players who understand technology are squeezing them because they've got market in their control. Saurav, this is the future of sweet market in India. This is sweet tech. We're creating a new segment altogether, and we are players who've been selling sweets for the last 60 years in our city. And now it's a new generation which is building sweet tech. This is the future. But we don't understand if we are taking the right path. Now you are a seasoned, tech finance professional. You understand technology, you understand finance. We need you to bring the right investment. We need you to put the right roadmap so that this company can go at the right pace, so that this company can grow at the right pace, not too fast that we collapse, not too slow that somebody can beat us at our own game. Saurav, I'm here as a CEO to make sure that the sweet part of it and the domain part of it is understood. And, I understand the pulse of the sweet shop owners. I'll bring the sweet shop owners, but I need you to discipline this business. You understand the pitch? What do you see in the pitch?
It's mainly talking about what change the CFO will bring, and
CFOs are not social reformers. CFOs are people who stare at money every second of their life. So what do you talk to a CFO?
That how big the market is and how cluttered the market is, and how our technology can bring that market together and avail a lot of revenue.
And you are the guy who's going to build this business. Now, why are you not offering him CEO position? He would ideally want to be CEO, right? He'd want to run the company.
but he doesn't have.
Go ahead, Arjun.
Yeah, he doesn't have the expertise of mithai walas and how the operation.
I told a more powerful argument. What is the most important thing in this business? Yeah, he'll get the investment. We'll build the technology. What is the most important thing after that?
Getting the mithai walas.
What did I say? I'll get the mithai walas. I know their pulse. I know their pain. I'll tell, I'm here to save you from Zomato and Swiggy. I'm also a mithai wala. I know your pain. Let's all come together and, grow ourselves. He knows I have to be the face. He can't be the face. He has to work in the background and raise the money and put the right roadmap. Now let's say Divyansh is CTO person. Now I'm a CEO. What will I do? I can't attract Divyansh. I can't help him see this market. What do I do?
Will help him see the technology, the SaaS product.
I'll ask the CFO to sell. The CFO understands technology. I'll ask the CFO to tell what this SaaS is, what this SaaS means for the future. What's the growth for the CTO to build this revolutionary technology? Now you understand why that CFO is going to be such an important piece in this business. He sells the company to the CTO. He sells the company to all the critical links to tell them what the future is going to be, what the market is going to be. And what is, okay, now if I'm the CFO, what would I tell? We are decreasing now these mithai walas make amazing sweets. The sweets just sell. For years, they were just selling without any marketing budget. Would these fellows print a single pamphlet? They would never print a single pamphlet. These are highly profitable businesses which have been running over the years. Now the Swiggies and the Zomatos of the world are spoiling the market. We are preserving this market in the same way it used to run all the while by having a very organic connect between these mithai walas and the households. So they don't have to depend a lot on marketing costs to get their customers. This is how we are we're building a huge market for the country because we're decreasing the marketing costs. By decreasing the marketing costs, you are making these businesses a lot more profitable. Unlike the other companies, we're not thriving on discounts or other marketing tactics. This is product-led growth. We're using technology to drive product-led growth. Where the potential is in the sweet, I'm using the sweet to sell the sweet, which is making my balance sheet sweeter. Because I'm preserving my margins. And the amount of working capital which I'll need is reduced. And I'm also decreasing the investment that a mithai wala is supposed to have. And what if there's a new generation mithai wala who's coming in? If Shravan can make great mithai, I can help him become a cloud kitchen and sell his mithai without much of investment. I'm saying if you can make great sweets, I'll help you sell your sweets with my technology. And I'll operate on a lower commission because I know through margin, the sweet market is too massive anyway.
Yeah, but they don't have the customer acquisition. The customers are not coming back again, and they have lower margins also. They mentioned that in the real world problem. So how will you convince him that it is a profitable business? Like it is not highly profitable if they have to.
Because they're a media company, they're able to remind the customer and get the customer back. They're working on loyalty and rewards, right? So because you have loyalty and rewards and through the cashback, right? You are Agarwal Sweets. You run your your cashback program on my platform. That cashback will help you get your customer back.
But they are not having this customer acquisition, and their financial strategy is organic marketing.
Exactly. If you can aggregate 10,000 mithai walas on your platform, you're directly bringing 10 lakh customers onto your platform, the customers of all the mithai walas.
But for the starting, you need to be you need to market this. We have this SaaS product. And
for starting, we get a strategic investment of a mithai wala king who's going to bring us 200 stores and thus 200,000 customers directly onto the platform.
But it will take more resources for this marketing and then in making the product.
Can we be good listeners, please? Can we be good listeners, please? What did I just tell you? We get a strategic investment from a chain of mithai walas who has 200 sweets. So if that person invests in us directly, the 200 shops are onto our platform, and about 2 lakh customers who are visiting those sweet shops are on our platform.
So you are not making platform for yourself, you are making it for the whole community. You are making a community out of this now.
Exactly. You're a SaaS player who's solving the problem for this community. All these mithai walas make great products. The products sell by themselves. I'm just giving them a media so that they can communicate with the customers and sell by themselves. And customers are fickle. They'll change their mood. Through cashback, you get loyalty of these customers. So overall marketing budgets are coming down for me, for you. So your business is financially healthier, and so you're happy to pay me a small commission. So I'm also financially healthier. I don't need to market myself well because you are solid. You sell. I'm just leveraging your product to sell myself. It's pure product-led growth. That's how my margins are preserved.
But I don't have clarity that if we are giving at a discounted price to the first customer, if it does not work, then wouldn't it cost a lot?
No, as you said, you'll do an MVP, right? You'll test it in your 30 stores. You'll
Yes.
test it with WhatsApp and other things. You'll figure out how to make it work. Once you figure out how to make it work, that's when you'll invest on technology, and that's where your CTO becomes important, your research head becomes important. And you'll have to do significant team building because you'll have to build a new capacity that you don't have in your company. Now, if you're building that capacity, you're investing so much, you want to do the business modeling and understand, is this opportunity big enough to go and try? And as you can see, sweet tech would be an amazing opportunity because sweet market in India is massive. And possibly with this technology, you might grow the size of the sweet industry itself. By educating people when to buy, how much to buy, you might actually end up making people buy more. And if you're decreasing the marketing costs of sweet shops, you might actually end up decreasing the price of some of the sweets. Now, if I'm a homemaker who will make sweets at home, my costs are going to be very less, right? So I start selling sweets at a lower price. Wouldn't a lot of people start buying more sweets? So that way, don't I end up growing the market of sweets? The amount of sweets consumed in the country, I can end up increasing it, no?
Your voice was breaking for me. Could you repeat
I
how
said
is
this technology can end up increasing the size of the sweet market in India also.
Yes.
So eventually you will be a mithai wala shop or this service provider?
They answered it, no. We're going to be a SaaS company eventually. The 30 mithai shops will be your R&D centers, where you're understanding customers and understanding how a mithai shop runs.
Okay.
So what are your reflections from the dialogue? I hope you realize how juvenile your pitch was initially. What are your reflections now?
To make sure that your investment should justify like where are you investing, the high cost, and how you convince the investors, have you convinced the CFOs by telling them the how big is the market and what role we are bringing in and what you will be bringing, and how to scale your business using technology and your connections.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, I kind of understood in a way that how finance how finance operates. Like I first thought that if I had to be financial, and by finance language, it meant that you're using the technical terms to better understand it. But at the same time, it's important to verify, like, again, two things. First is the financial rigor, that does it absolutely work, but the main one is to see the input output, that how, like, what we are bringing in and what's bringing out. And also another reflection, that I like a lot of SD pitches. What I do is, like, I combine two things, but uh, when I'm thinking about it, the second thing, in this case marketing, takes the main seat, but it's supposed to be that the finance drives the marketing rather than the vice versa.
Because finance tells marketing whether that's worth it or not. Is it viable?
Yeah.
And finance gives an angle to that marketing, right? Here we're going with a narrative that this is product-led growth. The products sell by themselves. So because it's product-led growth, I'm going to increase my margins of my customer, and I don't need to spend a lot of money on marketing because my customer itself will get users onto my platform. So I don't have to spend a lot of money in getting users on my platform. So I'll keep my margins very low. I'll operate like a razor pay or something with a 3% or 2%, or I'll keep it as low as possible. So all the sweet shops are inclined to, transact through me.
Yeah.
My only cost is to get a sweet shop onto the platform. And even if I take a 1% margin, it's still massive because the sweet market in India is so big. All I have to do is build technology, give the technology to the sweet shops, and I'm done. I don't have to worry about getting users, right? The users the sweet shop is going to get for me. But if the most important players for me are the sweet shops, why don't I make them my partners? Why don't I make them my investors? Because they know this is the future. They want to be ahead of their competitors by investing in this business well ahead. You understand this is financial strategy, right? Where finance is telling you what moves to play. Yeah. This concludes the dialogue. We will repeat this dialogue next Saturday with hopefully better preparation from both the teams. Sorry,